Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to the OS Rick Project episode number 60. How are you guys? Hope you're doing well. What you been up to? How is y'all's week? What have y'all been playing? What have y'all been doing? What have y'all been watching? I hope all is well in y'all's little corner of the world. Guys, how are y'all? Here we are on a Monday, July 3rd. I was able to get the day off. Of course, I'll be off tomorrow for the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, guys, if I don't see you by then. And whether you're listening to this by then, I should say rather. Guys, I want to say again, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. This is gonna be a short episode, guys. I know this month has been kind of strange with I've had a guest coming on. I've the times have been a little bit different. Some have been like pretty long. Some back to like some are at normal time at 45 minutes. And, some have been super short. But we're kind of just trying things. Just seeing maybe little 15-minute episodes ain't too bad, right? We could try that out. So it is what it is. Me guys, I have been watching. What have I been watching, guys? On the anime side, I've been watching a little bit of Mashal, Gundam Mercury, and Attack on Titan. Recapping myself on that. And on the video game side, I've been bouncing around Street Fighter. I'm at platinum rank number 1, so I still need lots to go. I noticed, guys, that at least for me, I don't know how you guys feel, and please share and let me know what your experiences has been on ranked matches for Street Fighter 6. But I feel that in my experience, reaching platinum was a lot faster and easier than reaching platinum in Street Fighter 5. And I'll be honest with you guys, on Street Fighter 5, I reached platinum only because I got on a hot streak and you get more league points, more LP. And I was able to reach to platinum. And then once I got there, I got knocked right back down into gold where I belong. So I reached platinum, but I never stayed there. On Street Fighter 6, though, I was able to get there with Guile, and of course, it changes. Maybe that's why it's different, right? Maybe because it's more based on your rankings on per character than it is overall on you. So maybe they just wanted to make that more simple since if you plan on getting everybody up there, you have to do. It's going to be a lot of work, right? But I've been playing that, and I find myself telling myself, should I stay on my leverless on my little snack box micro? Should I move to pad? Because apparently with pad, being able to reach drive impact and parry, like keeping them on the shoulder buttons and having them quick, uh, at a quick reach, because the game is very heavy on using the drive mechanic, and I find myself sometimes when I'm playing that putting it out in pink is kind of hard for me to react sometimes. Or of course, I'm just old man now. I am a boomer, so trying to learn that and I have my parries. It's both mediums, so medium punch, medium kick. So trying to hit both of them at the same time and not have a frame delay between each, that's something I got to work onto. But in all honesty, I mean, as much as I feel like the game is really well in a good spot for pad, playing as leveless, I think I'm still in a good spot. I just have to adapt and learn the game and be more, just work on my reactions and be more, not go so heavy on my attacks and be ready to react to it, because I know, like, some moves you cannot cancel out into drive impact. So I gotta just be more responsive in that, and just playing as Gal, I need to learn to be more patient, use them more as a zoner sometimes, using the sonic booms to walk down my enemy, and then using the flash kicks to whenever they try to jump in on America. So, but I tend to play a very aggressive style. I somehow like think playing Guile is like playing like Leo in Guilty Gear, which is not. So I have to change that. But playing Guile is lots of fun, and it does have its challenges, guys. Trying to do a medium punch, back heavy punch into a flash kick, because some time in there you got to hold a down for a charge, and then up, to execute your flash kick. So there's challenges there just on the execution level. But I think it's just something, the more you do, the better you'll get at it. So, but I've been having fun playing Street Fighter. I did a couple of hub battle hub matches. Was it Saturday afternoon? And man, in the battle hubs, you come across all sorts of players, like all sort. I mean, you'll come across some killers. You'll come across some guys that need lots of work that are just spamming DI, and you're kind of like you're left wondering like, what are you guys doing here? But most of my gameplay has been either in, well, majority for sure has been in ranked matches, and also been doing custom rooms with my online friends, playing with them. So, guys, yeah, if you're interested in playing some Street Fighter 6 with me and my gang, please hop in the Discord. We're always looking for stuff for people to play and join us and join our crew and play. But yeah, Street Fighter. I've been playing that, but it did take a backseat to Final Fantasy 16, guys. I was reluctant at picking up this game at first, but I did play the demo and I had fun with it. And I didn't even finish all the demo before I decided I wanted to buy this game. And the combat, man, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I'm gonna start with the positives for this game. Where it shines is the combat. It feels so much fun. I mean, it looks great. It plays great. When you get rewarded with, a timely, a precision dodge or a precision block or parry, it just feels awesome. Everything slows down. You're getting all this damage, and you're have and I might have mentioned this before, but a lot of mechanics, well, some mechanics like the stagger bar mechanics, which was first introduced in Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning and her friends. We saw it again in. Did we see it in 15? Do you guys remember? I played 15 once, guys, and it's been a while. About 2017, 2016. I don't know. I don't know. I can't recall if Stagger was in 16 and 15 or not. But I know they brought it back on in Final Fantasy 7 remake, and then it's here again in Final Fantasy 16. And it feels fun. You gotta whittle down your opponent down so you get down to you stagger them, and they're down for a couple of seconds, and that's when you just unload all your abilities and cooldowns and stuff. Your base attacks do feel a little bit weak, and the combat and the combos seem to be pretty much the same. You could go like square, 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 triangle, or square, triangle, and depending on what you have, the challenge becomes keeping your combo going and shifting between your icons and using all their abilities and keeping them together. And of course, different abilities. Some abilities tend to have more damage, some tend to have more stagger, some are a little bit of both. So depending on how you play and how you build, I mean, you can really mess up your opponents. And from what I've been, talking to my online friends about it, like you probably want to focus more on moves, special abilities that cause stagger damage, because the bosses are going to have super high stagger bars, so you need to whittle those down so you get damage in. But even just when you're going around fighting trash and stuff, I mean, once you get them all stunned and everything and weakened, and you're going in to just clean up shop and everything. And the combat, I mean, the animations between, when you're playing as Clive, you're just zipping around, teleporting to the front of their face and hitting them, and then you're dodging, and then you're pulling them back towards you, and shifting between the three icons with their abilities each. It's very fun. I like it. And of course, you're just playing as Clive, the main character. You do get control of Torgal, but you only get like very basic commands, like maybe a basic attack, a launcher if it's a small enemy, and a heal. But I never see the heal do much. I think it's more like a regen, because I never see my health like jumping up. And then, of course, you can like hotkey some of your restorative consumables. You get like a potion, high potion. You can get elixirs, but you're limited to the number of elixirs you can have, and they're pretty expensive. And some tonics that either increase your damage or increase your defense, but you're limited to how many you can carry. But of course, there's no cooldown, so you could use them as much as you want to. Um, Let me see. I already played. I think I already played like 22 hours, and I purchased it last Sunday at the very end of June. What day was that? I forgot. So, yeah, just playing it. I've been having lots of fun with it. But my only issue, if I was to have any issues with it, guys, well, okay, actually, let me continue on the fun part. But definitely, running around. It's not an open world, but they do have these open areas you can go explore, and I use that term loosely, because you're not really exploring. You kind of just you're following off the path, and you can go through these different areas, even though they're big, even though they're huge areas. You can go around and look for stuff, but you might find a little sparkly item that might be a potion or a couple of gil or stuff like that. Every once in a while, you might find like a chest, and you'll have maybe even more special item, a special item, or consumable. But there's no like it's not like if I try to compare it to Elden Ring, which is one of my favorite games right now. It's not like Elden Ring where you go somewhere and you're gonna find a cave that's gonna lead to another dungeon that leads to another catacomb, and then you're gonna find a. I haven't seen any of that yet. So I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, maybe I guess that's not one of the strengths of the game. Is not the exploration. The combat definitely looks great. It's fun. I'm enjoying it very much. Using different abilities. Oh, being able to respec. It's free. You can like so even if you want to respec and try a different move, you can like lock. You can lock some abilities in, so that way when you respec, you won't lose the points that you put into them. So that way you'll stay in place. It's like because sometimes you might want to bounce between two spells and you just kind of want to try them out, So you want all this other stuff for sure that you know what you're gonna want. So you can lock them in, and then you could just like, and then whatever you don't have locked, it'll just refund all those points, and you can like, try a different ability, which I like a lot because there's sometimes I want to try this fire spell, and then maybe I want to try the spell from Ramu, or maybe, try a spell from Garuda, which I think Garuda is like right now one of my favorite ones. I really like how Garuda looks, but of course the Phoenix abilities are just freaking awesome. I love it a lot. But yeah, the combat very powerful, very strong, very fun. The part where it gets to me, and I know a lot of people are going to critique, and look, it's fine, guys. If you have opinion on what I say about it, fine. Please let me know what you think, because we can have a discussion about it. But my issue is the cutscenes. There is a lot of cutscenes. A lot of cutscenes. I finish a quest, I get a cutscene. I enter a new area, walk 10 steps around the corner, new cutscene. I finished talking to someone, there's another cutscene, and then it's just a lot of it. And yes, you can skip them, but and it's not like I'm not trying to get every piece of the story, but there's some times where like, okay, I just finished a quest and I just kind of like get up and go like get a bottle of water, or sometimes I'll even like I catch myself doing this, like grabbing my phone and like checking my Twitter and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, like sometimes that dialogue is just like, okay, guys, I get it, something's going on, but and someone asked me before, it's like, how does it compare to like like a Metal Gear Solid game or a Hideo Kojima game or something like that? And um, I like Hideo Kojima. I like stuff. I like his games. When I see some of his cutscenes, and a lot of times I notice, like at the very beginning of the start of his games, and that's the start of his games, there are lengthy cutscenes. Maybe after a boss fight or a pivotal moment, you get some cutscenes, and near the end of the game, you're going to see a cinematic movie, right? But I just feel like it's done better there, and it's not so often. It just feels in Final Fantasy 16, I'm just getting a lot of cutscenes. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll talk more about it. It's just that we're like really short on time. I forget how fast. Once I get talking, the podcast go and go and go and go. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Again, guys, thank you very much for listening. I know the scheduling on the podcast have been really odd this month, but I'm going to try to go back. Maybe I might do another podcast and it's kind of like expand more about Final Fantasy 15. But again, guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good 4th, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love ya.